Hello, everyone. There's always something satisfying about putting together a puzzle or when pieces just slide together perfectly. And that is something that kind of applies to the classes in Sixes and how they really complement each other quite well. So that is what I'm talking about today. It's kind of two things because it's kind of a realization born out of this sensation you get when something's not right, a piece isn't fitting perfectly, and that piece is usually an off class. And this isn't to say like, like off classing sucks or whatever. I hate when people do it, yada yada. It's more so you can really feel the missing potential when someone is quote unquote stuck on an off class. The most notable is Sniper. It's the most common for a team to have someone spawn on Sniper for whatever reason, and the state of the game kind of changes to one that's much less friendly to Sniper. For example, let's say you have a Sniper and then by the time your Sniper can do anything, the other med already forces or whatever, and suddenly you are in a situation with ad, and now you have to push with a Sniper. There are definitely certain points where this is not bad at all. However, there are so many of those more fluid game states where having this class, like an exchange situation, where having the Sniper, you just feel it, like it feels bad. Let's say your pocket scout dies and your flank scout's stuck on Sniper, and well, now you just don't have a scout. And yeah, it's this this feeling of missing out that's present when you just have an off class in in a situation or a scenario where it's just not that good anymore, because again, a lot of these classes are slow, so you kind of have to anticipate what the game state's going to look like by the time they actually can get involved in the fight. And things can change. So that kind of highlights the realization of sort of the synergy between the Sixes classes, because there is a lot of really good synergy between them. Notably, kind of the mix of hit scan and splash, being able to mix those together is a good way to get like really reliable damage and then really reliable cleanup, right? So as a result, that's why, for example, you have two soldiers, but you'd rather have a soldier and a scout on the flank taking flank fights together, and a soldier and a scout in the combo taking combo fights together, because they really complement each other well in a way that two scouts or two soldiers kind of don't. Which is quite nice. And then I guess this is kind of just describing the different classes' roles, because obviously, throughout years and years and years of people playing the game and trying to get better at it, trying to get the edge on their opponents, niches are definitely figured out, and people kind of figure out what these classes and roles tend to work the best. So a highly mobile class like a soldier, even when they're in the combo, even when they have access to more heals and things like that, are still going to be kind of not, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess not like shotgun pockety, but more space creating as a result, right? And oh man, this is hectic. Sorry, getting distracted by what I'm looking at. So you have a class like a scout and a demo in the combo, and with the medic as well, I suppose, that aren't necessarily the best at getting through a choke point. A scout can jump through, to be sure, and clear stickies and spot and things like that. However, they can still die to traps. They are very low HP, so spam is going to do a number to them. And a demo, of course, very slow, very valuable as well. You don't really want your demo going through first, like ever, unless they're being Ubered on. So as a result, you don't really want these players to be making space, to be walking through choke points against another team. So a pocket soldier with high HP, high mobility can just bomb through. And a nice thing about a pocket soldier bombing through is the fact that if players are holding too close, holding close enough such that the rest of your team can't really get through against the spam, like a demo is way too close, something like that, then you're just already bombing them, right? You can just threaten to land on them. And a lot of the time, just a soldier bombing through forces players to back up, creating space, right? And this is something that a pocket scout, a demo, and a medic really, really benefit from. So there's a lot of synergy with having a soldier in the combo in that respect. Outside of that, I suppose we can talk about demo next, because demo is kind of like a singular class in that respect. And demo absolutely has some glaring weaknesses as an individual class. Notably, it's a very vulnerable class. You can, and a lot of really talented demo players will obviously play around this, predict how their opponents are going to try to, attack them, fight them, kill them, things like that, and trap things accordingly. However, you don't always have time to preempt that, and you won't always be able to, have a trap up to defend yourself all the time. And as a result, you can be quite vulnerable as an individual. So being able to not only get tanked a lot by being with a medic, but have kind of your own like little angry worker bee of a scout, a pocket scout, helps demo so much to keep themselves defended, right? Because it's really not that hard as a demo, to be honest, to like get 100 damage on a player who's getting in on you. But actually confirming the kill and cleaning them up can be a much harder task. So having a scout around to help clean up players, to help deter bombs and things like that, is something that a demo absolutely benefits from. And as a result, they can just dish out damage without having to worry nearly as much, without having to like use stickies as defensively. And obviously that benefits everyone else in the team. Again, just synergy everywhere, because suddenly this pocket scout that's doing a great job of keeping players away from their demo and protecting their demo now gets to benefit from the fact that their demo is now dealing much more damage because they are given the room to. So again, more examples of this synergy. Again, I've already alluded to the flank, but having a flank scout and a roamer together, basically a scout and a soldier together on the flank, is really, really nice, because the soldier has splash damage that it's really easy to confirm some damage on a player, but not that easy to clean up a kill. And the reliable hit scan of a flank scout absolutely achieves that task. So again, synergy everywhere you look. And it's really, really nice. Now, another thing of kind of that feeling of missing out with that ill-timed off-class, or that out-of-place off-class, I guess I'll say, is largely a versatility thing. But also the fact that having 2 soldiers and 2 scouts helps a lot, because there's no hard and fast rule that like a flank scout is relegated to the flank at all times, and oftentimes they will rotate to the combo when like a pocket scout is dead, for example. So even a flank scout should know how to take Ubers, even a flank scout should know the basic pocket scout things. And same applies to a roamer. It's more important that the combo has a soldier to make space than it is to have 2 players clearing the flank, right? Because as long as a player is spotted going through the flank, as long as you clear it, that's kind of what matters. You don't need to win the fight on it. You don't even need to take the fight on it. It's just a matter of preventing players from getting behind completely unspotted. So yeah, having your roamer be able to rotate over and make space for the combo, again, really, really important. And these are things that you can't do when one of those players is off-classing. And again, you can feel that, right? There are so many times where this is, again, usually a sniper thing. And also part of the reason that me personally, I just don't really like playing on teams that snipe that often. Because of a few reasons. One of them, a big one, being kind of that feeling of missing out, because you're never going to be able to perfectly predict when a sniper is going to be useful, and a lot of the time you are just going to be stuck on that class when things are going wrong, when the fight's very dynamic in a way that doesn't favor a sniper, and your momentum just gets completely shut down. Like, you get a force and your Pocket Scout dies getting that force, and you just don't have a scout with the combo. So you can't really take an Uber. You can't really do that much. Your Met is so vulnerable because there's no scout to protect against bombs and things like that. It just feels bad, right? So that's one of the reasons. But also, I don't really like sacking with a sniper, or just like taking shots and stalemates. I just like sacking more, generally speaking. But anyway, yeah, that's a definite feeling you can get when these classes are present in situations that they don't really benefit from. Was there anything else? Surely there was some other things as far as the kind of synergy is concerned. Obviously, in those situations that these off classes are powerful, you will certainly see them. I mean, namely like the defensive off classes. Like there's a lot of backbone presented by a sentry gun or a heavy on last that makes them both very, very valuable. There is off-class synergy as well, specifically. Like a gun pyro hold on last is a pretty common thing to see, and on certain maps can be like a go-to plan for defending. Oh my god. Yeah, it's I don't know. There's a lot of good design behind the game that makes these classes work together so well. And of course, these some of the more nuanced ways, such as, you know, I guess like taking space, for example, is something that didn't exist all the time. It's not as obvious as some others, and you know, the kind of modern, very roamery kind of style of pocket was not one that existed for that long, although I suppose at this point many years, but nonetheless. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of all the rambling I think I have to talk about today. Kind of just that feeling of missing out, that feeling of being stuck on the off class, is one that is really unfortunate, but certainly highlights the synergies between all the classes and the way that you know, all the Sixes classes work together really well, and why, you know, your standard lineup Sixes team composition is so robust against so many things, right? But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.